Folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm back down on the Syndicate and yeah, hoping to catch another one of these amazing fish on a different swim this time, swim number 15. I don't think I've been on this one yet, so totally new swim to me, don't really know anything about it. Got a couple of nights to try and nab something out of here. I've been here since this morning. It's now about 4 o'clock, so I didn't do any filming, so I was just a bit tired today, so I got my head down for a bit. And yeah, delighted after my first catch on the last video. I don't know if you haven't seen that, go back into my videos and have a look. Hoping to repeat the same today. The weather's not the best. Overcast, we're looking at 17 degrees overcast for the next couple of days. I think it's going to be like a west-southwesterly wind, which is pushing down into the corner here. Yeah, not a lot to tell you really. Got no visitors coming down, so it's just myself, and I'm really glad to be back out. As I said, don't know anything about the swim. The only thing I've done differently this time, I've made up some solid bags before I got here. I've not used solid bags on the venue before. I've just been told that it does bring in the bream, so fingers crossed that won't happen. So I've got a couple of solid bags out, left hand rod, I'll show you where they are in a little bit, but left hand rod over to the left hand side in towards swim 16. I've got a solid bag on that with a little Parker Baits OG fish pop up. I think it was an OG fruit and nut pop up on there. Middle rod straight out in front, just to the right hand side of the white marker stick, about 5 foot of water, again solid bag. And then the right hand rod is down to the right here, and that's just a handful of the OG fish, and just a single on there. So yeah, early days yet. We're here for a couple of nights, so fingers crossed we can bag one of these beautiful fish. There's a couple of people on. I think there's been about 10 people on over the weekend. It's Monday today, so there's been 10 people on over the weekend, and only one fish has come out, which was swim 2. I think a 30-pounder came out of there, so not massive amounts of fish coming out, but you know what, there's hardly anyone on now. I think there's about 3 or 4 anglers on the whole lake, so fingers crossed the fish will be less pressured and more likely to feed, and I've just got to hope that they get down this end of the lake. But I won't bore you anymore. I'll probably keep the rods as they are as we go into the night time, and if we catch a fish I'll come back to you in a little while. See you in a bit. Right, I'm on the GoPro now. Decided to switch it on a little bit early because the left rod, which is over in the corner there, even though there's a ripple on the water, I can see the odd bubbles coming up right over my solid bag. So I thought I'll put this on and see if that rod goes, because it's literally on top of the solid bag. There's definitely fish feeding down here, 100%. I'm not going to try and show you because I can barely see myself, but literally over that spot, as the ripples fade away, you can see the bubbles coming up. I'll keep it recording and see what happens. You never know. Literally bubbling away. Come on, you nosser pigs. Wouldn't that be great to get a screaming run on camera? And there it goes again. They are definitely feeding on that spot. There's only a handful of the OG fish in there, a little bit of the OG fruit and nut, some pellet, and then obviously a solid bag with some of the mini mix inside. And obviously I don't know what what the hook bait is. I think it's going to be a fruit and nut pop up, something like that, but we'll see. Hopefully that left rod, you'll see it arc around to the left in a bit. That will be ace for the camera. Okay, so it's moved slightly off my spot now, slightly further to the right, so, but there's definitely fish feeding in this area. There's fishing everywhere actually. Come on rod, scream off. So I'll quickly show you, my water is to the white post, directly across and across there. This is swim 16 to the left. If there's nobody in there, obviously I can use that, which there's nobody on, and there's nobody over in 16 either. Sorry, not 16, 14. So I've pretty much got all this water. Left rod, as I say, where that fizzing is. I'm way off the bank, probably 4 rod lengths off the bank as it drops down. My middle rod, about 2.5 rod lengths to the right hand side of that post as it drops off, and the right hand rod over towards the inlet, a little bit further out, probably 3 rod lengths out, and there's a nice little gravel spot there. There we go folks, I'm going to put the camera back down and hopefully I can catch this run on camera. It's unlikely, but you never know. Pop you back down here. The sun has come out to play. Completely different weather to this morning. We had overcast, we've had rain, and we're expecting a little bit more rain this evening around about 9 o'clock. Quite a bit of rain actually. So yeah, not really a lot to tell you. I really did think that left rod was going to go. It's still fizzing up over there now, so there's definitely fish in the area. And you never know. While that GoPro's rolling, you might just catch it on camera. We'll see. I've not actually seen any fish in this area. I've got my polarized glasses on and I can't see anything passing through. But that is definitely signs of fish feeding, whether it's carp, whether it's tench, who knows. But it's the first sign I've had since I've been here. And yeah, I am delighted to be back out. I really am. Had my first fish a few weeks back over on swim 10 I think it was. I didn't think it was going to happen, but thankfully, oh my god, right, so literally beyond the camera behind you, they are fizzing like mad behind you. And I'll be delighted to catch a fish on camera for you. That would be absolutely amazing on the Parker baits. So yeah folks, don't forget, if you want to try the Parker baits, get yourself over to the website and put in the code BEZA and you'll receive 10% off your first order. And that's it folks, it's coming into the evening now. What we've got, just gone 6 o'clock. So I'm going to kick back, do some food in a bit, and I'm praying that this left rod goes, or any rod goes, but it's nice when you can see some fish over your spot. It'd be nice if you can watch the rod go and hopefully catch one of these awesome fish out the lake. There's some stunning fish in here. I'll be happy with anything, but one of the 18 would be really nice. I'll keep the GoPro rolling for a little while and fingers crossed we can nab something. Folks, unfortunately it's time to tuck myself into the bivvy. The weather has changed for the worst and it's absolutely hammering down. It's just died off a little bit, but it was just hammering down, and the wind has picked up strong southwesterly from left to right across the bivvy. So thankfully I'm sheltered out the way, but no sign of fish. I'm gutted that that left rod didn't go earlier. I was convinced that the fish were there feeding, and even after I put the camera down they were still there bubbling away. Whether that was carp, whether that was tench, who knows, but there was definitely fish feeding there on the spot, but unfortunately no takes. So it's that time. I'm going to tuck myself into the bivvy now. What time is it? 20 past 9 in the evening. Yeah, there's a few midges around. I've got my little Mozzie light here. Zaps them as they come in. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does the job. Keeps any little insects out and what have you. Or little flies, I should say, not insects. And yeah, hopefully tonight I'll get a good night's kip. The weather forecast for this evening is more rain during the night, so whether it's going to keep me awake bouncing off the bivvy, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll sign off here, and be nice to get a day bite if anything, but I'll take a fish during the night if that's what comes. Fingers crossed. Come on the Nosser pigs. See you in the morning. Well folks, good morning. It has been a quiet night. Not a liner, not a sniff, literally nothing, apart from a bit of rain that kept me awake for a while. But yeah, it's about 10 o'clock now. I've left the rods in, not moved the thing. Just thought I'm going to wait for bite time to pass completely, if there is a bite time on here. And I'm just about to refresh the rods, so I'm going to pull in all 3 rods. I said I've got two on the solid bags. I'll quickly show you what rigs were on there. I think there's a bit of a mixture. I've probably got running leads on a couple, and drop off inline leads on 1 or 2 as well. So but we'll have a look, see what's on there when we pull them out. And then I'm probably going to go, I'm really tempted to put a fair bit of bait in, because every time I come here I'm putting in very, very small amounts of bait. That's what everyone keeps telling me, just small amounts of bait, handful here and there. But I don't know whether just to put a little bit of bait out, a couple of kilo, and a little single over the top, and see if that brings me anything. But I don't know, I'm in two minds. Still got the wind pushing down southwesterly, left to right, into this corner, but I've not seen any fish. Last night the fish were jumping at the far end over swim 3. There was a few boshing out there, so nothing down this end apart from that fizzing yesterday. But you never know, they could come down here in the next sort of 24 hours or so, fingers crossed. So that's it, very breakfast, had a bit of porridge, a cup of tea, and yeah, it's time to get moving, get these rods in. Maybe have a look, see if we can find a new spot or something. Here's the first one. It's an inline drop off lead. That'll easily shake off the lead on a take, or if the fish get snagged up for any reason. It's on a small leadless leader. That's how I do all my solid bags. And then we've just got a slip D rig. There we go, simple as that. And that's what's in the solid bag. Slip D, OG fruit and nut pop up. I think another foot to the left and I think we're on the money. There we go, we'll get the bait boat set up. Get it over there. Get it over there with some bait on it. So, got a mixture there of the OG fish, got some chops, some OG fish pellet, yeah, and lots of chops in there. So it's pretty much, I've not glugged anything, just keeping it as straight as I can. Don't want it to be too powerful, overpowering for the fish. So, as you can see, some of the chops here. I'm not putting that much in, but I'm going to put about a handful in there. Maybe a couple of handfuls over that one spot on the right hand side, and so here we go. Right then, so we've obviously got, hang on a second, let's free up this line a bit, it's caught on the end of the rod. There we have it, it's running free now. Okay, so, using the remote, just for the first time, while setting up, I'm going to take it over by the marker float, drop that bait on the rig. You should be nicely on that gravel spot then. And then I'll mark it on the actual app. Not sure how well you can see that, but on the app I'll mark it so that I know in the future exactly where that spot is. What we don't want is to get tangled with the marker float, so I'll keep it slightly left. And I'll mark that on the spot. That's saved pretty much on the spot. I'll bring it back a touch. And then drop it. Just there. And then all you do, press home on the remote and the boat will come back on its own while you've set the rod. There we have it, nice and easy. Right, before we go any further, I'm not going to put any more rods in. I'm just going to put the boat in the water and just show you what we've got in terms of spots. So as you can see, this is home here. I've just set spot D, I think it is, over on the right hand side with the right rod, and then we're going to take the boat out towards the edge of this tree here, which is where I had middle rod, and we'll just show you on the deeper as well what we've got in front. Hopefully the glare's not too bad and you can see this properly, but you can see this coincides the boat is the green icon there moving across the water. And that's what we've got, a depth of 3.94 foot there. I guess anybody who's fished this peg will know a couple of these spots on here. I've only been told about this one here, which is near to the white post, and as it drops off into slightly deeper water, that's where a few fish have slipped up. As you can see, we're still 3.3 foot as it gets closer into the margin. And I could be wrong, it could be on the wrong spot, but I'm not sure. If I go in line with the white post and then come across to the right, it drops off there. As you can see, the drop off here. Now, it could be there that people are dropping the bait, I'm not sure, or it could be over the back. So let's turn it round. So coming back away from the stick towards us, and I'm going to spin it back round and actually go just past the stick. So we're going to go past the stick now again, and so we're back up on the ledge. This time we're going away from us, slightly into the next swim, but there's nobody on, so there's no issue with that. And then as it drops there, I believe that that might be the spot somewhere there in the soft stuff. So I'm going to mark that B. That is marked now, and then that's where I'm looking at dropping the bait, somewhere here on that little slope. So I'll bring it back to home. One button on the remote, and as you can see, the green will come back to home here. And it is a nice and easy bit of kit to use. Just move slightly over so you can see. You always have to keep the remote in your hand just in case the boat decides to go over your lines as it gets closer in, so you can just adjust it, just keep it away from your lines. And there it is, back home. We'll get a new solid bag on, get it in the boat and get it out on that spot. We have it, one that I made last night while I was at home. Doesn't need to be tidy because we're not casting it out, it's just going in the boat. Normally I would fold in all the edges to make it aerodynamic. And all we got in there is the Parker Baits mini mix, some of the Parker Baits magic dust. What we do then, loosen the clutch, pop it through the back of the boat. It's much easier with this stand, keeping it off the deck, stopping the bag from getting wet. Can't always be helped when the doors of the boat get wet sometimes. Just drop it there like that. Do a sprinkle, just a few little offerings, OG fruit and nut, like so. Take it off. And you know what you do on the remote. Press B. And you'll see. There's the boat going to the spot. again, same with the left rod. Again, just a few free offerings. Try and spend them along the door. So all this area here where the boat is, that's pretty much shallow water, 3 foot, 4 foot. Just going to straighten this line out a bit. Okay. Yeah, so we're in 3 foot of water, but it's very much up and down. And then as we go over towards this little bay, which is in swim 16, but again there's nobody on. And there you go, it's dropped off there. So that's where we are, just on this slope as it goes up towards the bank. This is telling me there's a bit of weed in the area. And there again you can see the drop off, and then it should come back up again. There you go, it comes back up to 3 or 4 foot. So, and that's it, all 3 rods in. Nothing difficult, very, very simple. Am I doing anything wrong? I don't know. But I'm doing what I know, and it's caught me fish in the past, so all I can do is just keep going. As I've said many times before, this is a difficult lake. 10 people on over the weekend, only 1 fish out, so it's definitely not the bait. I don't think it's my tactics. Maybe I just need to be in the area where the fish are, and hopefully they'll come down here while I'm here. So that's it, we're all set, all slack lines, got no tight lines on this one. I just want to pin the lines down as much as I can. That last one on the left hand rod where you see the drop off, my line lay is not going to be great. It's going to be going from the shallow water down, but I've tried to get it to drop down as much as I can before putting the bobbin on. And that is it. You can probably see the swan in the background there. He's not bothering me because I'm in slightly deeper water. And that's it. So what we got? 11 o'clock now, all the rods are in, and I'm going to go and kick back, keep an eye on the water and see if I can see some fish. Lastly, before I go, solid bag rigs. I use the Ridge Monkey rig holder, if you like, and what I do is I hang the solid bags up in there, dry them out, and once they're dry then I make up a new solid bag if I'm going to carry on using them. You don't need making up as soon as you pull them out of the water. You need to leave them to dry so that they don't go through the bag, but it's quite handy that is. If you haven't got one of them, it's quite good. And whenever I'm taking off my hook links, I just put them on there. Just keeps everything in order. In the past I've been known to just throw them in the bivvy. There you go. So, everything's done. I can relax now for the day. Unless I see something that makes me change my mind, the rods will stay the same now, probably until the morning. I may put a few freebies over the top with a throwing stick a little bit later, but I'm just going to leave them. I don't think it's wise to keep messing around with your rods. Just do it once after bite time in the morning and leave it unless you have a reason to change. And that's not me preaching. People who fish this lake, who fish it better than me all the time, you know, they might do it differently to me, but that's how I do it. I can't really tell you if it works for me or not because I've only had 1 fish out of here, but it's what I do, and we'll see how I go. Right then, brew time, catch you in a little while. Right then folks, exciting opportunity to win yourself a big bundle of bait. So it's competition time. It is 2 years in the making of Parker Baits. It's their 2nd year anniversary. So we're going to do a giveaway for all my subscribers. We're going to give a massive 5 kilo of Parker Baits boilies, a tub of the OG sauce, and a tub of hook baits as well. So I'm sure you all want to try it out. On the website you can mix and match. You can have shelf life now, freezer bait. You can mix it, you can have a couple of shelf life, a little bit of freezer bait, whatever way you want to do it. There's also chops there if you want your boilies chopped up, they'll do that for you. I mean, why wouldn't you want some of this OG fruit and nut that has been double dusted and steamed. It is absolutely beautiful. So watch till the end of the video. I'll give you the instructions about how you can win this bundle. Remember, it's 5 kilo of bait, mix and match whatever you want, a tub of sauce, a tub of hook baits, and I believe Parker baits themselves are going to throw in another little bit. We'll let you know at the end of the video what that's going to be and what you need to do to win. So don't forget, join the wave, get on the Parker baits. Oosh. Okay, so I've just had a chat with one of the lads at Parker Baits and they've agreed to throw in a second prize. So we're going to be running 2 different prizes on this giveaway. The big one is going to be the one that I'm doing myself, which is 5 kilo of the Parker Baits boilie, chops, shelf life or freezer bait. You can mix and match, do what you want with them. A tub of sauce and a tub of hook baits, worth £65, £64.99 I believe it is on the website. I'll be throwing that in. And Parker Baits themselves have kindly donated a day session pack. So I believe you can, there's 2 different session packs. One of them is a boilie pack. You can get 1 kilo of boilie, a tub of sauce and a tub of hook baits, worth about £25.99. And then the other one is a pellet bundle, which is 3 kilo of pellets, a sauce, hook baits, and I think you get a bait tub as well, and that's worth about £29.99. So you can choose either one of those day session packs. So what we'll do is, at the end of the video, I'll tell you what I need you to do to win the prizes. And we'll just run them consecutively. I'll draw out, I'll put a roulette wheel on. We'll draw out a winner, and then we'll do another roulette wheel for the second winner, and they'll be sent out to you in the post straight away. So there you go, folks. Don't forget, keep an eye out to the end of the video, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to win both prizes. And yes, get on the Parker Baits, join the wave, freshest bait in the game. Twins.
Hi folks.
Oh my god.
Big Carp Coops here.
Yeah. When did you go fishing last?
Can you put the lens up here a bit?
Why are you on your tiptoes, you pleb?
I don't know whether you've shrunk. It's difficult to manage without your Cubans on.
Yeah. Get back down there. There you go. When were you out fishing last, kid? Mr. Big Carp Cooper.
Tuesday, Friday. Oh, I think it was
France.
July last year.
France. May last year.
Yeah.
May last year in France.
I've been busy on the carp scene.
Yeah. You've been in rehab for a few months, haven't you?
A couple of months, yeah. To get
You're
myself straight.
Sorted now.
And then the Fox come and got me out and put me a sponsorship deal together.
Yeah. Look after alcoholics now, then. Fair one. When are you out fishing next?
September.
France again.
In France. Yeah, going a bit of hauling in France.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup.
Nice, you know what I mean? It's misubscribed, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's right. They fund all this.
Can see.
And you're bowling every month. Spoil all the shit.
Got more kit there than the BBC.
Oh, you know. So yeah, France next.
And not the BBC you look at on that special channel. Yeah. Just saying.
France next. How long? 7 weeks?
Hashtag me too.
7 weeks? Looking for pickles?
Well, I'm a bit bored of pickles. I had him out twice, didn't I? So
yeah.
I'm going after the football.
I can't believe he's swimming around in there.
But what I do on here...
Andy's got a channel for people who are on the spectrum. Look at him. And he is definitely on the spectrum.
Bit of watercraft.
Yeah, what do you do? Show me. So where would you put your rod if you came down here now?
Well,
don't tell me, one in the margin.
I'd have one in the margin down here.
That's Andy's answer to everything, one in the margin.
Well, people forget about the margins, you see.
I know, yeah.
We're all going out as far as we can get, but what about the margins?
What about the margins?
Mr. and Mrs. Fish are swimming around there.
Yeah.
So I'd have one in the margin, one in the centre of that bowl, and probably one at that corner.
That's it. Right. You get yourself out fishing.
Or, I think the key to this place is all 3 rods, 6 foot apart, couple of Kia bait, washer.
1 in 12 foot of water, 1 in 4.
Yeah, I think that's the key.
Blowback. What rig would you use?
Got the key, I've got the secret.
What rig?
Blowback and
oh, funny enough, I just said to the camera, blowback. the only rig he buys. Anyway, it's nice to see you. My belly's full. Kebab meat and chips.
Uber Eats does it again.
Yeah, Uber Andy. Oh, good for something, isn't it?
Yeah.
In France when we're in stream like this. Right then folks, we'll say hello, well, we're going to say hello, we'll say goodbye to Andy, because you'll probably see him next in France.
Yeah, so see you folks, we'll catch up in France. So it's another blank for Beza.
I was thinking, how are we going to choose the swims in France? I've definitely left swim still.
I don't know yet, we'll decide on the way over there.
I thought we'd already chose. We had. We've already made a deal, yeah.
Okay.
Your memory seems to get really bad when you want it to.
I think you've got a convenience memory.
No, the last decision was we flicked a coin and I chose left.
I'm happy, yeah, but we didn't do best out of 5. I'm happy with the right swim.
Cool. As opposed to the wrong swim. You know me, I'll be doing my little stalking down
As opposed to, I'm just going to sit here and keep dangling that in that fish's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I live and breathe for. Yeah, got me stalking sorted, folks. No, you've dangled it in the fucker's face for an hour. That's why.
Yeah, do you know how difficult that is?
It's only the fact you're so small, he couldn't fucking see you.
I can't believe I'm still teaching you this many years in.
If you're a normal sized human, you'd have popped off. You just thought you were a squirrel in the bushes.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, nothing to update you on other than
little gnomes from Go Outdoors.
other than that.
Oh, I'm just stalking the margin. Oh, this is what I live for.
What do you live for? You're an absolute tool. Anyway folks, still no fish. Hmm.
40 there, half
Yeah.
the bait.
Right, we'll say goodbye to this fool. And then if I don't catch you in the night with a fish, I'll catch you in the morning. We'll say goodbye. We've all been waiting for you to come on camera.
See you, folks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, folks. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from Billy.
See you in a bit. Folks, good morning. It is, what is it, 10 o'clock in the morning now. One more night to go. And last night was very quiet again. Not a liner, not a beep, nothing at all. Which is really discouraging, to be honest with you. I have seen fish again up by swim 3. There's nobody up there. There's somebody in swim 2, but over the other side of the hedge. They've been boshing out there like crazy. So there was a fish again in front of this bush by my left rod. That boshed out again. I think it was early this morning, about 4:30. And I was tempted to bring my left rod round a little bit further round, but you know, like, just keep chasing them and chasing them. I just don't see the point. The wind has changed again, back into what it was the first day, whacking down into this corner, into this bay, and I'm still hopeful that the fish will get down there, and if they do, there's a nice little bed of bait down there for them and one of my wafters. So yeah, looks like potentially a blank again, but I don't want to speak too soon because we've still got 24 hours to go. I have considered a move, but I know how tough this place is. It doesn't seem worth it, to be honest with you. So there you go, just enjoying my first brew of the morning. As I say, I was up early at 4:30, seen that fish bosh. Well, I didn't see it, I heard it, came round, seen the big splash out in front of the tree, and I was up for about an hour, till about 5:30. It started getting light, and then I went back to bed. Yeah, haven't touched the rods, they're still the same as where I left them yesterday. Yeah, when I put them out yesterday, I haven't touched them since. And I'm being told it's best on here to leave them until around about midday, 1 o'clock, before pulling them in and refreshing them or changing tactics, because bites do come around that midday time. So that's it. Don't forget folks, keep an eye on the video right till the end, and I'll let you know what you need to do to win the Parker Baits bundle, or one of either Parker Baits bundle. I'll give you the instructions towards the end of the video. No fast forwarding, watch the whole video. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, have a brew, and sit back and watch the water and see if I can see any signs of fish in the area. Fingers crossed, something will happen today. Pray to the gods. What blood? What blood? Get off me swim now. Folks, just coming up to 12:30 now, and I've refreshed 2 of the rods. The right one that's down by the inlet, I've left that alone. I know there's a bait presented, and I know I've still got bait on the spot. There's been no sign of fish down there, so I'm going to leave it just in case they do turn up, or in case 1 or 2 patrol the margin. So that's going to stay there. The middle rod, I've pulled it off this, let me see how I'm going on the camera, off the white post. I've pulled it off the white post. I was to the right of it, just as it drops off and into deeper water. I've come off that and I've put it right in front of the reeds. Not sure if I'm pointing to the right place, I can't see them yet. Let me get my glasses on. Yeah, so right in front of the reeds here, just off it, a couple of feet off it, and it's in 3 foot of water. Just a solid bag, nothing else, and I've let the line just drop on its own weight. It's not the best line in the world, it's mono, it's not fluoro, so, but I am fishing a completely slack line all the way across, so hopefully it won't spook any fish if they do come through. And the left rod, I've decided to move it out that spot. I can't ignore the fish that keep jumping out, literally just here by these trees where they stick out. It's not my water, but there's nobody on, so there's no issue with that. And I've had now, since I've been here, 3-4 fish boshing out in the same spot, exactly the same spot. I've took the boat over there, and it's about 8 foot of water in that little bowl there, towards as it goes towards the trees, and then it comes up. But in that middle, in that bowl, there's plenty of weed. Looks like Canadian pondweed from what I can see on the deeper. Well, I say it looks like it. It's tall weed anyway. You can see it coming up through the water. And I thought, what a perfect place to put a solid bag. And as I was putting the boat across, it just showed there was a fish about 2 foot off the bottom, in amongst the weeds. So I've put a solid bag out right in the middle of the weed. Hopefully that will be presented. And I've had a little back lead on as well. I've never used a back lead using the boat before. I put one of these flying back leads on. As I'm pushing the boat through the water, the back lead should be slowly coming back. So hopefully I've got about 6 foot, 10 foot of line, which is completely pinned down between the back lead and the hook. Can't see it causing any issues, but we'll try it. I've never used the back leads on there before with the boat. So yeah, that's where I've put it. Dropped it in, hopefully somewhere in between the weed. That solid bag will be presented, and with fish showing and boshing there, you know, it's better than sitting here and not seeing any sign of fish down this end. You know, if you look at my previous video, swim 10, or the last video, swim 10, is all the way around there. You've got Big Island where that tree is, or where that tree is there, Big Island, and swim 10 is all the way around up the back over these trees. So you can see how tricky the lake can be with all the ins and outs and everything. But yeah, what a fantastic place. And I don't care that I'm not catching, it's a hard place to fish. As I say, 10 people on here over the weekend and only 1 fish out, and since I've been here I don't believe anything's come out, not that I know of anyway. Oh sorry, somebody said somebody might have caught a very small fish. It might have been swim 6 maybe, something like that. But nothing else has come out as far as I'm aware at the moment. So I've got, you know, just under 24 hours. Hopefully that left hand rod that's up there will do something. Like I said, that fish in the same spot, it must be swimming through those bits of weed and then coming up to clean itself. So that's the best I can do at the moment. I'm not seeing anything down this side, so we'll just go with that and see how we go for now. So that's it. Those are set, I can say. And I believe the wife may be making an appearance later on, hopefully with some food. So I'm going to kick back now, keep an eye on the water, see if there's any changes, and yeah, hopefully one of these rods will scream off. Pray to the carp gods. Come on, you nosser pigs. Wife is here with pie and chips. Get in, my son. She's going to kill me when she sees this camera recording. Bloody hell, come on, love.
I've got the handle, don't you? Struggling here.
Turn left. I can see you.
Oh yeah.
I'm just there. Hope you got me some goodies. Are you ready for a good time in the bivvy?
3 months.
Hey?
3 months.
Oh, I've had a good scrub and everything. I've washed myself for you. Got a
But with lake water.
little freshen up wipe. Anyway, I hope you're all frisky. We'll eat first and then we'll get on it. Bye. Oh, just had a time of my life in there. Quick 30 seconds, and she's happy.
Happy with my chip shop.
Oh, not happy with me?
What?
How are you, Bab?
Dreaming?
You travelled a long way to come and see me, didn't you?
No, I had to go to the range and it's halfway here.
Is that because you didn't believe I was out fishing? You thought I was out with some bird, didn't you?
Yeah.
Chance to be a fine thing.
No one would be that mad.
That is true. That is true. What do you think of the fishing?
Nice when the sun comes out.
Yeah, well, I've had about 4 fish now. I didn't take any pictures.
The fish that you just ate from the chip shop.
Yeah, cod and chips. Anyway, let's say anything to the fans. They've been waiting for you since Pens. Anything to say?
Nope.
Nothing? Oh. All
I'll tell
right.
you about all the stuff I've just bought from the range. I'm done now.
Breaking up, it's a bad line. Bad line. Folks, that is the wife. Look at her. She's beautiful, isn't she? I didn't even last 30 seconds, it was 10. There you go. Belly's, oh my god, chips, pie and chips, curry sauce, fish.
And kebab you ate, my kebab.
Why'd you have to tell everyone? Yeah, so I need to lose a bit of weight. Got to stop saying it and just do it. There you go. You look like a fisherwoman sat there.
Definitely do not.
Got some new shoes?
Yeah?
100 quid they cost me for a pair of bleeding sandals. 100 quid? Huh? For a pair of sandals?
It's a bargain.
No wonder I can't buy any fishing stuff. They're worth more than all my fishing gear, they are. Anyway, we're going to do a little Q&A with the wife, just to see how much she knows about fishing. We're going to go through some costings, what she thinks things cost, and what have you. She has got a very good memory. That is a big problem, big problem. So she might know some of them. So we'll start with these rods here. What do you reckon? How much for them? For a set of 3.
How long have you had them? The ones that you bought off that boy, that he made them?
Yeah.
900 pounds. Were they?
Nope.
1200.
No, I would never spend that much on fishing gear.
How much were they?
It doesn't matter if you can't remember. It don't matter. 750. But that's not expensive for rods. To be fair, it's quite cheap. And 750 quid.
Okay.
That was cheap. You bought me my other set. Do you remember? My greys ones. They were cheap. I just upgraded. Okay, so this little rod pod set up here. That's what the rods go on.
£125.
Jag pod, 125 quid.
Were they?
Yeah, not far off. A little bit less
How
probably.
much were they?
Little bit less probably. It doesn't matter how much they were, because you won't be happy with it. What about these alarms? Dalkim alarms.
How many did you get?
3. They're not the best ones
£75.
for the lot. Yes, close, just over. What should we go on to? My little tent. What does a little tent cost? Do
£400.
you remember me being in the shop and I went, I've seen this bivvy, I really want it, and you went, just have it. If that's what you want, just have it.
What was it,
Good.
£400?
I don't think it was quite £400, but with the extension, I bought the extension as well. So it's probably around 500 quid with all the bits and pieces. So you're close on that one. Let's get into some of the other stuff. What about this this bait boat here?
Oh no, how much that was?
Do you know how much it was?
£550.
So the bait boat, the ND bait boat 2 was 500 quid.
550 quid, you said?
Correct. I'll talk about the deeper. Or the GPS. Don't talk about that. So yeah, I actually showed you the receipt, didn't I? For the bait boat. I did, I showed you the receipt for 550 quid for the basic boat. Forget about the add-ons. Yeah, so good, well done, well remembered. What about, let's go in here, let's have a look in here. Oh, we've got a nice camera here. Let's have a look at this camera. Oh. Look at this. Now, this is one of the cheapest bits of kit on the market. Right.
Well, how long have you had it?
These questions are getting really difficult. How long have I had it? All my life, pretty much. How much do you reckon for this? So there you go, look. We've got a Canon M50, Viltrox speed booster adapter. Nice.
Did it all come together?
No.
I'm
New
just
light.
guessing the camera.
Got Portkeys monitor.
Camera, £300.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. How much for the whole setup there?
The lens was 150.
You're actually bang on, 'cause I bought it used. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, I bought the lens used, so it was 150.
What else is on there?
Got a monitor.
A what? What? A what?
The screen monitor. It's dangerous.
£75.
Yep, 75 quid. So all in all, 400 quid for all that. Nearly a grand. How's the cage as well that goes in? See it? So the metal cage, it all goes in. And then we got a gimbal. SC gimbal.
Well, I bought that.
The Ronin, you did buy that. Can you remember what you paid for it? It was about 350 quid for the gimbal. And I had to buy her bladed shoes for 100 quid. She's robbing me blind. Anyway,
I'm still waiting for my wetsuit though.
I just gave you a wetsuit. What more do you want? Went on holiday to Cornwall last week, and all she's got, we've done a bit of paddle boarding. I want a wetsuit. I want a wetsuit. I'm like, nah, I'm not spending money on rubbish like that. I've got fishing gear to buy. And these £100 shoes are killing me. Anyway, we won't go into any more because she'll start thinking all my fishing gear is expensive. About the chair, you bought me that as well?
£80.
Wasn't far off, a little bit over. I think it was 95 quid at the time. You also bought me the bed, 300 something. So all in all, everything I've got is worth about 60 grand.
So all in all, it sounds like I've bought everything you own.
Exactly, that's my point. I don't buy any fishing gear. You buy me everything, so you can't moan.
And I can't even have a wetsuit.
I'll just give you a damp suit. Well, I'll be honest, Bez, you did really well. You knew most of the stuff in there, and you know now how cheap this fishing lark is. How much is my ticket on here?
For the year,
For the year, how much is a ticket on here?
£600.
600 quid.
Is it?
Yep. 600 quid for a ticket on here.
And I can't even have a wetsuit.
600 quid, if only.
Actually,
What?
this is not fair.
Sorry? I she's cottoning on quick. We need to go. This is what?
I don't have anything.
You don't. You just had 100 quid shoes.
How much for my birthday?
Tiffany bracelet. How much was that? Tiffany necklace. How much was that? See, they don't know they're born. They moan about a little bit of tackle.
Join the wave and get on the Parker baits.
She's good, isn't she?
Stinks to move it.
How much is that a kilo? How much is a bag of that?
£5.
Yep, £5 a kilo. So how many kilos have I used on this trip?
2. Just over that.
Almost 2 kilos, so 10 quid a bait. It's cheapest fishing in Ark, isn't it? There we go. Right folks, that is it for the evening. I'm going to sort her out and then sort me out. And then if I don't get a fish in the night, I'll catch up with you in the morning before we go. Oh, don't forget the competition. Keep an eye on to the end of the video and let you know what you're going to do to win Parker Baits bundle. I'll probably do it in the morning or before bed, depending on what time the wife goes. Are you staying?
No.
Sure.
No.
There's plenty of room in there. I'll lie on the floor beside you.
Oh no.
No? Top and tail? I'll tell you about the instructions for the competition later on before bed. See you in a bit. Say bye-bye, love.
Bye.
See you in a bit. My wife reckons the throwing stick is easy.
No, I didn't say it was easy. I haven't had a go yet.
That's it. So you've got to get it on that spot. Let me just get it on.
What spot are you on about?
See where that white post is?
Yeah.
It's got to land on that white post.
Did it even come out?
It's still in the bottom, still in the bottom.
Oh.
Really? That's not bad. Not
There
bad.
you go.
Even in the water. Yeah, I'll load up again. Wasting the Parker baits here.
Oh.
Oh, look,
Okay. Oh.
where did it land? Right in front.
Yeah.
Told you, didn't I?
Can't do it.
Let's try, keep trying.
Woo.
Can you try and get it to the spot, please?
No.
You know, you're always asking me to reach the spot. You got to do it for me. Oh, shot. Not bad. Another rod length past. You're going to have more feed in here, haven't you, rod tips? And again.
This is shit.
That's all.
It's the wrong shape.
Do you know what? It's actually bent in the sun.
Oh, that's my bad.
I can get it to go.
There you go.
Looking a bit tidy, I must say. How much was the throwing stick?
£10.
About right, yeah. Right then, folks, the wife has gone. I am stuffed. Fair play to her for bring me some food. Yeah, she was trying to get me to go home. I was trying to stay another night, but obviously I'm the gaffer, so I'm still here. Right, competition time. So, as I said before, there are 2 bundles to win. There's the one that I'm giving away, which is 5 kilo of the bait, Parker baits. You can choose what bait you want, whether it's the OG fish, whether it's the OG fruit and nut, freezer, shelf life, or the chops. You can choose to mix and match, do whatever you want. A tub of sauce and a tub of hook baits. It's worth about $64.99, I believe. So that's the one I'm giving away, and then Parker Baits have kindly thrown in another prize, which is worth about 25-30 quid, which is a day session pack, which is 1 kilo of bait, and I think a tub of sauce and a tub of pop-ups, or 3 kilo pellet of sauce and pop-ups. I think it's something like that, don't quote me on that. And that's it. So all you have to do to win one of the, what I'll do is I'll just draw them. So the first prize will be, first name I pull out of the hat will be for the bigger bundle. The second, I'll just say goodbye to the wife. So that's it, the wife's gone. Okay, so that's the 2 prizes, and obviously the first one I draw out will get the bigger bundle. The second one I draw out will get the smaller bundle. And all you need to do to win both prizes is, first of all, you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then get yourself over to Bezos Carp channel on Facebook. There is a Bezos Carp channel Facebook page. Get yourself over to that, give me a follow, and there'll be a post on there to do with the video, this vlog and the competition. If all you need to do, share it, tag 2 of your friends, your fishing friends in that, and then on this video on YouTube just type in a message saying done, shared, or something like that. Shared, done, and I'll just gather all those comments, and I'll do a roulette wheel for both the bundles. So it sounds a bit complicated, I'm getting myself confused. So first of all, make sure you're a subscriber to this channel. Go on to Bezos Carp channel on Facebook, share the post that's on there to do with the competition, tag 2 of your friends, your fishing friends in that, and then just pop a comment on this video on YouTube saying that it's done, and that's it. And what I'll do is, next time I'm out fishing, which I think will be in a couple of weeks time, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks time, we'll do a roulette wheel and we'll draw out both the winners, and the stuff will be sent out straight to you, and you get to try it out. If you've already used Parker baits and you know what you're getting, if you want to try it out, get involved in the competition, and you never know, you could be the lucky winner. The last winner was Danny Notton. I can't remember what he won, but he won a little bit of bait, pop-ups, a hat. So this one obviously is a little bit more expensive. For the 2-year anniversary of Parker Baits, the lads have done really well in 2 years. A lot of bait companies out there haven't got this far, or have taken years to get as far as they have now. They really do know what they're doing. The brand's excellent, the bait's good, and more importantly for me, they really look after the customers. That is the priority of the business, is to make sure that they look after the customers, which is just top notch, is what you want. And apart from the competition, if you want to try Parker Baits out, get yourselves over to the website, pop in the code BEZA, and you'll get 10% off your first order. And that is it. Can't make it any clearer. Subscribe to my channel, pop over to Facebook, Bezos Carp channel, share the video, or share the post, tag 2 of your fishing friends, and just put a comment on this on YouTube saying it's done. And I'll only choose, I'm only going to go through the comments on YouTube that say it's done or shared. They're the only ones I pick out. I'm not going to look at Facebook. And obviously when I pick out a winner, I will double check that you have shared it on Facebook and that you are following, etc. That's pretty much it, folks. And you get yourself a nice bundle of bait. So yeah, I'm going to kick back now. I'm absolutely stuffed, you know, 2 lots, 2 chippies in 2 nights. It's just a bit too much really, but hey ho. We're off in the morning, and it looks like it's going to be a blank unless I get lucky in the night. When I was talking to Andy on the phone earlier, my left rod sounded like it was a run basically. I pulled into it and there's absolutely nothing there. So, and that's the one that's out in front of the tree where I send the fish boshing out. So thought it was in for fish, but not to be. So be it. Like I said, I still enjoy down here. The peace and quiet's lovely. There's only one other person on the lake, I believe. You get the whole place to yourself, which is cracking. So that's it. I'm going to turn off for now. If I don't get anything in the night, I probably won't come back to you in the morning because there's no point, so I'll just end the video here. And I'll say, don't forget, like the video, subscribe, and as always, look after yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, forgot to say, after France next month, a week in France with Andy and Badger. The girls were coming with us, but we've convinced them that the weather's better in the UK, so it looks like it's just the lads again, which is great. So looking forward to that France trip, but I'll be out again down on the Syndicate before then, see if I can nab another fish, and also to do the draw for the Parker Baits giveaway. There you go. Happy birthday, Parker Baits. Well done on your 2 years. And folks, don't forget, like and subscribe on the video, on the channel, and look after yourself, and I'll see you next time I'm down.